lost a lot of my footage, and so you got a video here of me talking, playing, what kids call it, show and tell. I'm just walking around the boat, kind of showing you what I'm doing here, and it's not actual work, but in the other videos that I had lost, you saw me sanding a little bit. How much sanding can you actually watch? And doing a little bit of this and that. But, if you have any questions about anything that I did, any procedures or anything, just send me a message, and I'll try to get back with you. I'm going to show you what I've been doing, and of course I can't go back and do the work over again to show you. So I'm just going to try to give you a really good synopsis on what's been happening. So this is it. I've been working on my keel stub and my lead keel. So here it is. So basically, what you see here is I got some brand new supports holding my 2-ton lead keel up, that it doesn't fall over. And I had jacked my boat up. Yeah. These are 4x4s. The actual measurement is about 3.5 inches by 3.5 inches. So that's about how far I got it separated. I had cleaned the top surface. I had cleaned the bottom surface. These are where the old keel bolts were, and I had sealed the holes on the top right here also. Alright, so I took a sawzall, cut this flush. Alright, and that left a hole up here. This is my new hole where my threaded rod's going to go in. You see my new threaded rod on that hole, and that's just to keep the boat, from moving too much, and to keep things in line, that when I put things back together, it'll go easy. So that's my new hole. It's going to have a throttle like that, so I had to seal up the old holes. So I had 8 of those holes to seal up. So my next step is going to be basically bringing everything back together again. You remember that I had my Catalina Smile. So what I did here is I took a piece of 1/4-inch plywood, and I made a double thicken in the front right here, and then it tapers down into one, and then it tapers down into only fiberglass mat right here. All right, and that's just basically because I did not want to fill the 3/4 inch gap right here with 3/4 inch of sealant. That's just a waste of money and a waste of time. I wanted to make it a little bit better, so that was my game plan right there. I just put a piece of plywood up here, traced around the keel stub, cut it out, and glassed it all in. So that's what we got going on there. So you might be asking, how in the world did you jack that boat up in a RV parking lot without a freaking crane? So yeah, well, let me show you. So I got a jack stand right here on the bow, and I've got another one on the stern, just aft of the keel stub. All right, and these two are my main jacking points. All right, the other boat stands, I'll call them jacks from sometimes, but I'm just basically using them as stands. All right, this one on the bow and the other one on the stern, this is what's actually getting the most pressure, and these are the two stands that's actually jacking the boat up. So basically what I'll do right here is I'll put a half turn on the front, I'll put a half turn on the back, and then I go around to each boat stand, and I just tighten them up. Sometimes it's a half turn, sometimes it's a little bit less. Sometimes it could be a little bit more. All right. So yeah. So I go from one to the next, and I do all four, and then I come back to the front jack, put another half turn, go to the stern one, another half turn, and start the round robin all over again. You know, bringing each boat stand up to support the boat, and it's worked out. So what I did have to do though is I had to take some wood wedges right here. After I got a little bit of a gap right here, I had to take the wood wedges and I had to put them in between here and pound them in to really separate. So that's the way that I jacked the boat up. And it wasn't easy. You know, I'm not going to lie. I was doing it by myself. Typically when you do a job like this, you want to have at least another person here. You know, that if the boat does fall over, that he can at least pull you out. Or, you know, the boat's going to fall over. It'll fall over on the both of you guys. And, you know, misery loves company. You know what they say. You know, but of course I'm joking. But you get the picture. If you really want to be safe, you know, add another 2 or 3 people, you know, buy them some beer, and, you know, it can go a lot quicker. I mean, I think I took 2 or 3 days to jack up the boat, and because I'm doing it by myself, going to the front, to the back, you know, making sure my boat stands don't slip out, which, you know, there's a possibility. But if you can come up with enough people to put one person at each boat stand, you could probably have the boat jacked up, you know, within an hour, you know, because everybody's doing the same thing. You put one person in control, you know, and everybody else is following orders, you know, up in the front, half turn, up in the back, half turn, everybody else tighten up to a half turn, no more, you know, and boom, you can have it done. You know, you have a snag and you have to use some wood wedges right here. You know, you throw them in, you pound them down with a hammer, you know, and then you start all over again. Up in the front, up in the back, and then go around to each boat stand. And that's basically, you know, what I did. But alone, you know, I've got to be the eyes of 4 different people, you know, making sure that everything's safe, that the boat's not going to fall over on somebody's truck or something. You know what I mean? Truck right there, that's expensive. You know, or somebody's trailer back there, you know, or boat back over there. Yeah, we're talking about expensive toys around here. So, all right. But I think you're pretty much caught up to speed. And so that's what's going on. If you like my videos, please give me a thumbs up. That helps me. And don't forget to go over to Patreon and sign up there. And when I get, you know, I don't know, maybe 50 patrons, you know, I'll try to do something special, you know, maybe, you know, send out some stickers, or I don't know, but it seems like everybody else on YouTube, they're sending out their members something, you know, so I'll try to do, you know, something like that. And if you're actually watching in Jacksonville, Florida, and you want to come out to the boat, you know, send me a message, and you can come out for, you know, an hour or two, and, you know, if you want to get some experience, you know, I can always use some help, and you can help me out for the day, or, you know, whatever you can do. I would love it, really, you know, because I'm out here on my own half the time, talking to myself, you know, and talking to my camera also. So I hope that you enjoy my videos. Give me a thumbs up. Go to Patreon. There's a little bit more of a write-up over there in Patreon. Even if you don't donate, go over there, read my little write-up, and it's a little bit about my life and, how I got here. So I appreciate everything, and remember to give me a like.